Hey everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, and I'm sitting here with Kold from Unicorns of Love. Congrats on your very first game.
Thank you.
Win, of course.
Thank you.
So, for you personally, what was the turning point for the team after you lost now 4 games?
We had a quite interesting talk after last week. Obviously, when you are down 0-4, you don't really want to keep going this way. So we had a very honest and very focused talk where we discussed what we need to change in order for us to win. Because none of us likes to go home after an 0-2 week and just feel like shit, honestly. So we wanted to change this, and we were very specific about some things we needed to change, and we are working towards this. And today we saw improvement in these on stage. So I'm just very satisfied with my teammates, and I think we all did well today.
It's very nice to hear. Now, for you personally, we have this interesting statistic that was brought up by the physio. Whenever you're not on carry junglers, you guys managed to win now, essentially. So, like in previous games, when you pick up Kane and champs like that, it didn't work out so well. So, are you gonna show more tanks now, or what was the reasoning behind continuously going for the carry junglers?
So basically, in the past I was pretty much only playing tanks, and whenever the meta was shifting into more carry junglers, I would have a hard time. But with the hard time I had during especially last spring, I also learned a lot about it. I learned how to actually play more selfish as a jungler if you need to be. And I feel like whenever I go on stage and we pick Rengar or we pick Kane or something like this, it's not like I just wanted to play a carry. I'm gonna look at the situation, and whatever pick is the best possible pick in the situation, I will pick. And if that's a carry, then I will play a carry. And if it's a tank, I will play a tank. So it's not about are you a carry player or are you a tank player? I've been working a lot the past years to be able to play both sides of it, and that's why we were playing more aggressive junglers and more carry junglers, was because they fit what we wanted to do in the game. So I'm just gonna keep doing my thing and play what I think is the best in the moment.
So you guys had a very special game against Splice, which ended one auto attack deciding the game. Very unfortunate loss for you guys. What do you do when you're in that situation, when you know so close but no Sigor?
I was dead, so I was just leaning back in my chair. I was actually slightly closing my eyes and just praying, hopefully we will win. But those were one of the games where we were rather, I would say, we had kind of control over the game, and I feel like we should have won the game. But since we're kind of a new team, we didn't have the experience to close it out on stage, and those are the kind of games you need to win if you want to be a good team. So that it was a rough loss, honestly. But also, even though it was a rough loss, it was also a game that we were kind of satisfied with, in a way where we played the early stages of the games very well.
Yeah, and of course, it was super close at the end of the day. Could have gone either way. Now, you personally played for Splice for 2 years. You went to Worlds with them. You also had a very rough first spring split back then, and managed to turn it around to go to Worlds. What was it like then switching teams? Because 2 years in esports is a very long time.
Yes. With the Splice team, we all 5 members knew that we were not going to be the same team this year. And I think for not only me, but for all of us, it was a good step to just get on a new team, get in a new environment, learn new things, get new aspects of how to play the game. So I think all of us, including me, I'm just happy with trying something new. You don't know how it's gonna end up, but just getting in a new environment is just gonna make life more enjoyable and hopefully make you a better player in the end. And that's the most important thing.
Why did you choose the Unicorn specifically?
I chose the Unicorns because I had a lot of talk with Shippy about what he wanted to accomplish with the team, and this team is not built to short term just be successful. We want to be competitive in the long run, and so right now we are obviously having a Korean like Totoro is kind of like a gamble, but we have a lot of faith in him, and it will just take some time for him to be able to have the best communication in the game. Right now he's still struggling a little bit with the English, but long term we should be good. And then overall the environment is just very appealing to me. We all work towards the same thing, and we all don't have like huge egos. We know what we wanna do to get better. So everyone is working hard. So I'm happy with the team.
So you personally, when, for example, during the Spring Split 2017 finals in Hamburg, you showed up on the desk in a suit and everything. We've had a lot of talk, specifically in Europe, about players and personalities and them not showing it properly. But you've tried to really get a brand for yourself. Do you think that's something very important to you?
I mean, in this industry, a lot of people honestly are just sitting in their basement and playing League of Legends all day, and I want to at least spend a little time to like get out there, you know. Like I know there's a lot of people watching that would like to know how it's like to be a player, or just general thoughts like what I think about the game, and or just following Unicorns of Love, for example, and what we do in a daily life. So I just mostly just for the fans, you know, like, or people from the outside. I do a lot of interviews in general, like just so people can hear what it's like to be a professional League of Legends player. So I'm just happy to share, and if people have questions or anything, they can always come to me and ask.
Okay, so people on Twitter, make sure to give him a follow and send him some tweets his way. Is there anything you would like to say to the plenty of Unicorns fans?
Just to the fans that come to the studio every week, even when we lose, they support us so much, and this is very unique in Europe, League of Legends. So just props to them, and I hope not only them but also to all the other fans out there to keep supporting us and supporting me. I think we will start slow as we have been, but I think in the long run we will be a strong team.
Fair enough. This was Trashy from the Unicorn. Kold. I'm very sorry. This was Kold from the Unicorns of Love.
You're not the first one. You're not the first one.
Yeah, probably for the next 2 weeks it's gonna be difficult, but after that it's gonna be fine. I'm sorry. Anyway, this was Kold from the Unicorns of Love, and Darius from the Shotcaller. I hope you have a good day. See ya then.